Hi, this is the Professor. Let's unlock the power of Chat GPT. We're going to cover off setting up Chat GPT and the basics of prompt engineering. Here we are in Chat GPT, and the first thing we're going to do is turn off the sidebar. Now, if we go to the top right hand corner, you'll see that there are four options there: My GPTs, Customize GPT, Settings, and Logging Out. And right now we're going to talk about the Customize GPT setting. That's a setting that allows you to make sure that Chat GPT does what you want it to do. So here we are. This box explains that where you put in custom instructions, these will impact all the prompts that you put into Chat GPT and everything that it gives back to you. Okay, here we go. I'm the Professor. You know who I am. Put that information in so it knows who's asking it questions. Now I might put in something about my age. Perhaps I'm in my mid-40s.
What?
Okay, I understand. Might be a bit more honest. What do? I create YouTube videos on AI. Maybe something about my audience. So I speak to a non-technical audience. And perhaps to help with the understanding of who I'm talking to, I live in the UK. Okay, so now I think to the most important bit. This is how you would like ChatGPT to respond. So you might think about how formal or casual ChatGPT should be, how long or short the responses there might be, how you'd want to be addressed. Should ChatGPT have an opinion on topics, or should it remain neutral? So for me, I would like my responses to be professional and entertaining. That will support the customer base that we have. I want it to limit responses to those things that ChatGPT is sure of. I don't want it to make things up. This is a way that you can reduce the hallucinations and the making up of ideas. Because I'm a professor, I want references for everything. So I would like ChatGPT to give me references for everything that it does in APA style. Therefore, I can go and find the information if I need it that ChatGPT has drawn its information from. I think I also want to tell ChatGPT to not make things up. So this is multiple, don't make stuff up, ChatGPT. So if you don't know something, then say so. I want the responses to be kept short. And you will find with ChatGPT, if you don't tell it to, it will use extremely flowery language, which is not what we would use in the UK. So keep responses short and don't use flowery language. So how would you want ChatGPT to refer to me? So I would say, refer to me as the Professor. Now, ChatGPT will often not give you its opinion on things. So if you want it to give you an opinion, then you need to tell it to do so. So feel free to state your opinion on matters. And I like to be able to have both sides of an argument. So always provide both the pros and cons of an issue. There we go. I expect that will do me. Let's see what difference that makes to Chat GPT and the responses that it gives me. Now, there's a great art around creating the correct prompt, the instruction that you give to Chat GPT to get the outcome that you want. And we're going to go into some of those things now. Okay, so things to remember. Keep it clear. Keep what you're asking Chat GPT to do very clear. Assume it's just a very clever intern that doesn't know what they're doing but has access to an enormous amount of knowledge. So be clear about what you would like to do. We'll talk about how to do that in a few minutes. Be relevant. Make sure that the information you give Chat GPT is relevant to the task that you're asking it to do. Focus Chat GPT on the things that you want it to do. Make sure that it understands exactly what you're asking of it, and then test it out. This is important. Chat GPT will give you false information. It will hallucinate, or it will lie, or it will create answers that are just simply wrong. So you need to bring your human engagement to the Chat GPT, to the response. You need to test it. You need to go back, ask it to give you further information, make sure that it gives you links and references so you can physically check the information. It will take you, in my view, it will take you 80% of the way there, but you need to put your input in to make it work effectively. Okay, let's try some prompting. Let's see how this works. So my friend's got an electric vehicle and I'm thinking of buying one. So let's try, tell me about the benefits of electric vehicles. See what that gives us back in Chat GPT. And remember, we've already told it that we want the responses to be professional and entertaining. We want to limit those responses to things that they're sure of. And we want references. And if we don't know something, we want it to tell us. And we want to keep the responses short and not use flowery language. And we want to understand the pros and cons of a particular question. And there you go. You see all of those things that we put into that setup of ChatGPT have been seen in that first response. So now we're going to try and be a bit more specific. So first of all, we're going to give ChatGPT a persona. So act as a copywriter. So therefore, it's thinking about what would the response look like if ChatGPT was a copywriter. And we're going to ask it to write something, a blog on EVs. And so we're limiting it. We're giving it a 500 word limit. So we don't want it to just go off and talk and just keep going. So we've given it a persona and we've asked it to do something. We've been very specific about what we want that to do. But again, of course, all of those other things that are in there that we put in the setup, they're still there and they're still acting and it's still working as it's writing this blog. And there we go. It's produced us a 500 word blog. It's looked at the various benefits, the strengths and weaknesses, and it's done it in a way that is, of course, entertaining and professional. And as I said in the setup, I wanted references for everything so that I could go and check the information myself. So we've now got something, but can we change it? Can we go back and ask ChatGPT to do something different? Absolutely we can. So now it's going to say, write me a blog for a 10-year-old. And 500 words is a lot. So let's cut it down to, I don't know, say 200 words. See what that gives us. And as you can see, the language has changed. It's now, why are electric cars cool? Talks about cleaner air, saving money, quiet and smooth, high-tech features, all things that would be more interesting to a 10-year-old. Of course, still gives me the references because that's important so I can check the information. Okay, let's have a bit of fun with the persona. Now, of course, we've asked it as a copywriter. We've asked it to make it for a 10-year-old. So now write the blog, but this time as Jack Sparrow. their famous pirate. Let's see what Chat GPT produces when we do that. So here we go. Why electric cars are cool. Captain Jack Sparrow's tale. And it is talking in pirate language. Ahoy. Aha. And there we go. Still gives me the references because I put that in the setup of Chat GPT. Okay, so we've seen we can have some fun with the personas. Let's try something a little bit more complex. So let's ask it to again be a professional copywriter. And this time we want it to do a number of things. And ChatGPT is really good at doing numerous different tasks. So we want it to write us a 200-word blog, but we also want it to do some other things. So we want it to write us a 200-word blog specifically on the benefits of electric vehicles. And we want to tell it for which audience we want it to tell us to write the blog for. So for a business audience. So not for a 10-year-old, for a business audience. And again here, so we've given it a new persona, we've given it a task to do, and we've been specific, a 200-word blog about what we want it to do, and we've told it something about the audience that it is for. And then we want it to put the main EV manufacturers in a table, and we want it to rank them by those that sell the most vehicles in the UK. So again, we've given it another task, and we've told it which country to work in, how to present the information, and to rank it. And then we want to create a buying checklist for an executive, so that he or she can decide on which vehicle to purchase when they're choosing an electric vehicle. Let's see, with all of that extra information, what ChatGPT produces. So here we go. It's put it, because it's for a business person, it's put it in as a business case for electric vehicles. It's identified the advantages again, and here we are with the top EV manufacturers in the UK by sales, with Tesla at the top, and a buying checklist for EVs, just as we asked for. Now, will it produce the references for all the information? Let's have a look. Yes, it does. There it goes, because that's what we put in to the setup of ChatGPT, and there you go. By setting up ChatGPT properly, making sure that it's giving you what you want, and by really crafting your prompts to draw out the information that you need in the way that you need it, you can get enormous productivity gains from ChatGPT. Remember, subscribe, like the video, and ring the bell for future videos when we'll be discussing lots of other things related to AI. Bye-bye for now.